First thing you're going to do is you're going to remove this plastic cover here because we're going to need to access some stuff under here. So there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clips in total. After you removed all the clips, there's going to be some clips that are holding it down. So you're going to kind of feel right here. If you feel some pressure, just lift it up like that. And even here as well, like that. Now it should come off completely. Here as well, like that. And be able to take it off like that. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove cylinder number 6 ignition coil because we need access, because the motor mount is right there and there's going to be a bolt in there we need access, and with this we won't be able to get enough clearance. So go ahead and remove this coil. Press here, you can take the plug out. Now that the coil has been removed, we're going to need to remove the 2 fans. Okay, so first we're going to remove this reservoir here and here. Make sure the cooling system is not under pressure and you have let it cooled off before attempting to do this work. This one, because they connect to this fan and you have to remove them separately. So let me go ahead and remove these plugs. So I removed those 3 plugs. That one right there you can leave connected because it goes with this fan and the module comes out with this fan. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these 2 10mm here. Now that I have removed those 10mm, this fan should come right out like this. Put it out of the way. Okay, now that we remove this fan, you can see the mount there, but we still need to remove this fan. And to remove this fan, we have to remove this hose, put it out of the way, this piece here, which I can go ahead and remove. Now when you remove this hose, some coolant will spill. Okay, so make sure you have something to grab the coolant so it won't fall directly on the floor. I'm going to take some pliers, get on the clamp, move the clamp back. To limit the amount of spillage here, of course you can drain the radiator from the bottom plastic cap at the bottom that you twist and let the coolant out, but to limit the amount of coolant it drops, go ahead, when this happens, just go ahead and flip this hose up. Now coolant will spill from there. Okay, this coolant is actually a little bit hot, but this hose, I'm just going to put it over here like that while I go ahead and remove this fan. The next thing you're going to do is, if you try to take these 2 bolts from the fan, it's still not enough clearance here, okay, because the supports that hold the radiator are still in place. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these 2, okay, and that way it can give more play here so that the radiator can go more this way and the fan can come out smoother. Now that we remove those supports, as you can see, there's a lot more play and gives us a lot more clearance here to remove this fan. Okay. We're going to go ahead and remove this harness here that's attached to here, like this, in 3 different places. Give us some clearance here. There we go. And then it should be in one more part over here. And there we go. Now this harness is just going to hang down. Now you can go ahead and remove those 2 10mm. Now that you remove those 2 10mm, you can hold the radiator this way while removing the fan. I'm holding the phone, so I can't really do that, so I'm just going to See if I can do it while holding the phone. There we go. Now we got the other fan out. Now as you can see, guys, we got access to that mount. We can see it pretty clearly. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to put one of the brackets back on here, just so that this won't be moving out of the, while I'm working, just so that this can stay put. I'm going to put one of the brackets on one side. Go ahead and remove this plug in here because the motor mount comes with this connects here. You can remove it from here as well, but it's just easier to remove from down here. Next, I'm going to remove this sensor plug because, as you can see, there's a bolt down there, and I don't want this to be in the way. So I'm going to remove it off the housing here. This, or already locked, and then just go ahead and disconnect it. Next, we're going to remove these two bolts here, or nuts. It's a size 17, I believe. I'm going to get a long extension, and I'm going to put it in here. Okay, and you can get a ratchet to loosen it, and go ahead and remove this one and this one. Once you remove those two nuts, this should come out. This. Okay, we're gonna have to put this on the new motor mount we installed. Okay, the next step is to remove this 14mm bolt here. But since that's holding the engine now, we're going to need to get a jack with a block of wood. And you're going to need to put it under the oil pan so that it can hold the engine while you're removing the mount, so that it won't fall down, and so you can align the motor mount once you're putting everything back. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and insert the jack on the oil pan right there. And just hold it pressurized there while you complete the removal of the mount. Okay, so I'm going to take this ratchet here with a 14mm. I'm going to go ahead and loosen this and remove that bolt. After we remove that 14mm there, we're going to have 4 bolts here. We have this one, we have the one that's in there, and then we have one over here. I'm going to use a long extension with a swivel socket so that I can get in there and take those bolts off. So it's a 14mm swivel socket. I'm going to insert it in this area until I find where that bolt is, and once that bolt catches, once it's loosened, you can just get a magnet to get the bolt. Once you remove those 4 bolts, this should start wanting to move. If it doesn't, you lift the engine up a little bit more until it there we go. To loosen up. There we go. You just go ahead and remove it. Just watch out for that radiator.